everybody, Emily and Andy here with the Yakish team and Century 21 affiliated. So we're going to talk about home inspections today, and Andy, specifically older homes. So as buyers are looking at older homes, or maybe they're looking at older home to renovate it, there's some unique things to the construction of old homes that we should be on the lookout for. What would you say are some of your top things to look for?
So I think number one is looking at the electrical. In an older home, you've got older wiring. One thing we see a lot of is knob and tube wiring. It's an older style of wiring that can create issues with your insurance company in getting homeowners insurance. So that's something that typically needs to be remedied. A second thing to look for is the foundation. What type of foundation is it sitting on? Is it a concrete block, poured concrete, sandstone? Is it on a crawl space? Foundation repairs can be very costly, and you see a lot of that in these older homes. Windows is another thing to look at. If it's an old style of window with the rope and the hangy pulleys and the single pane, can leak and be costly in the wintertime. Likewise, another thing would be looking at the walls. If they're a plaster wall, which typically will show signs of random cracks versus a straight crack. Plaster walls may be an indication it's poorly insulated. One thing you can look for to see if it has maybe been re-insulated is like a circular plug on either the inside or the exterior of the home, or they've taken that plug out, blown insulation in and put it back in. That's one indication. Or just call Excel Energy to see what the average bills are and see how high that is, if it kind of stands out compared to some averages. And then the other thing that kind of gets missed is heat ducts on the second floor. There's a lot of homes we see that don't have any heat ducts on the second floor, and that can be costly and sometimes hard to fix. I mean, you're stuck with a baseboard heater otherwise, and they just didn't have that heating style back in the day. So we see a lot of homes that don't have any heat ducts, which can be cold in the wintertime or warm in the summer. So I think those 5 things are some things to look for when you're out looking at some older homes in the area.
Yeah, those are really good tips, and obviously be doing the home inspection, but it's good for buyers to be on the lookout for these things. So we'll link below, guys, to a couple of the links that Andy mentioned, some professionals that we work with. As always, we're here to help, so comment or put a question in below and we'll help when we can. Thanks.